And good evening, everyone. I'm Bo Williams. Welcome to the 7. Let's get a look at the big 7 stories right now. And topping the list for us tonight, tariffs and how they might affect the car industry. Changes could be felt right here in East Tennessee. A 25% tariff implemented on imported automobiles and parts is expected to go into effect Thursday, and they are expected to raise the average cost of vehicles from places like Europe and Asia. Maryville College political science professor Marco Gorman tells us that impact, could be felt as early as the end of this month.
Every dealership that's selling imported cars and every repair shop, regardless of what it does in terms of repairs, foreign cars, is definitely going to be impacted. Like anything, it'll probably be this mid and smaller size repair shop that's going to feel the biggest impact because they just don't have the ability to kind of keep as much inventory.
O'Gorman tells us this could also place a higher demand on used car dealerships for those who still want a European or Asian produced car at a lower price. Next on the Big 7, Tennessee Valley Fair considering a location change in 2027. You see, the fair has been leasing Chilhowee Park from the city for about a century now. The current lease will be up after the 2026 fair. Now, a poultry barn used by the fair was demolished a few years ago, and land on the south side of Magnolia Avenue was recently sold, now creating some uncertainty of its availability for the event. Now, these changes, along with the growing population in Knoxville, causing the fair to consider its options.
We're seeing that here at the fair. We have increased our attendance, especially after COVID, 2021. We're like, okay, what's the fair going to look like after this? And we've just been right back on track and growing even bigger. So we're seeing a lot of those new people in our area coming to our fair. And so we want to accommodate those people.
We should know both the city and the fair have expressed that their goal is to stay put. Well, an update for you tonight after the fight over a flagpole in Sevier County. The city of Sevierville has now filed a lawsuit against Camping World for zoning violations. Remember, the height limit for the area is 44 feet, but this flagpole outside the business stands at 100 feet. And now court records show that the city wants to fine Camping World $50 a day for every day it does not remove the pole. This development comes after the city sent the business a 30-day notice to take the flagpole down earlier this year. Previously, the owner of Camping World told us that he uses the tall flagpole to fly a larger flag as a sign of respect. But the city says it is not against expressing patriotism, also calling the whole thing a publicity stunt. Now, 6 News has reached out to Camping World for comment about the lawsuit, but we have not heard back. We'll be sure to let you know, though, what happens next with this story. All right, moving along our list for you now. 4 more arrests in Knox County related to a pipeline of drugs being trafficked into Tennessee from Michigan. The 313 initiative is an ongoing effort by multiple law enforcement agencies to help dismantle the trafficking organizations involved. Now, early this morning, Knox County Sheriff's Office said that they have arrested now 4 new suspects from Detroit. The Sheriff's Office says they seized nearly 300 grams of meth, more than 200 grams of fentanyl, guns, and cash as part of the latest arrests. Up next for you now on the 7, a man is facing an assault charge after attacking a referee at a local basketball tournament. The arrest warrant says on Saturday, 54-year-old Jerry Crass put a referee in a headlock and took them to the ground after disagreeing with a call during a basketball game, which was happening at Grace Christian Academy. It continues to say this happened right after Crass was ejected by the ref. Now, officers were able to verify the information by reviewing cell phone footage from a witness in the crowd. Yesterday, police were able to identify Crass as the suspect and issued the warrant. Moving down the Big 7 list for you now. Today, the Tennessee Highway Safety Office launched its Hands-Free campaign. This is a big push to enforce Tennessee's hands-free law by cracking down on distracted driving. Law enforcement agencies from across the state all working together to make the roads safer.
Distracted driving has become one of the #1 issues in motor vehicle crashes across the state. Obviously driving requires people to pay attention, to be alert, to maintain safe speeds, wear their seat belts, and to be courteous on the roadways.
This hands-free campaign is happening during National Distracted Driving Awareness Month, which began today. For our final Big 7 at 7 story for you tonight, the Covenant Health Knoxville Marathon just days away. Officials hosting a news conference this morning to talk all things, what else, running. There are 5 different running events taking place over the weekend. You got the Covenant Kids Run, the 5K. Those both take place on Saturday. Then on Sunday, there is the relay, half marathon and marathon. This is the 21st Covenant Health Knoxville Marathon, and race director Jason Altman telling 6 News this year, it just feels different.
Registration numbers are the highest they've ever been post-pandemic level, and that's full marathon, that's half marathon, that's relay, that's the 5K. I just think there's, we're attracting a little bit of a younger generation too. We've got sororities and fraternities who are participating this year.
Altman estimates that there will be nearly 7,000 runners hitting the streets this weekend. And with the Covenant Health Knoxville Marathon and Half Marathon coming up Sunday morning, if you're not able to make it out to the event, don't worry. We've got you covered right here on 6 News. Our team is bringing you race coverage all week long. And on Sunday, we'll be spread out along the race course, bringing you live updates from the marathon all morning. Our live coverage begins right here at 7 a.m. Sunday. And for in-depth coverage, just visit our website. We got you covered there at WAT.com.